Welcome to the Neckbeard Experience, Part 2. I got these two stories done. I wanted to go ahead and put them out. I really like the voice I made for the last guy, so I might use it for other neckbeards. I've done that with Pallybeard and his voice, so I hope you guys enjoy, and I'm gonna get back to editing. Here we go! Hello again everybody, I'm back with another story of Celebeard. We've got all the same characters, except for one new guy, which is my little brother. He's 14 years old, 5'11", and if you think I'm a Chad, you should see him. He's on his school basketball team, and he usually owns a pair of Air Jordans. He's somewhere between pudgy and muscular, because he exercises so much, but his dietary habits are terrible. And he's more popular with the girls in his grade more than I'm comfortable with. Stay a child, for crying out loud. I recently had some stitches removed, so I could finally go back to living my life, and actually be able to leave the house. First stop, that villain's house. Oh wait, the little beardy's threat to me. The next time you come here, you're dead. Right, well that puts a damper on things. See, during my extended bed rest, I texted Vat Villain a lot, and she told me that apparently, since the last time I visited, Celebeard has been using a wooden sword to beat up a punching bag. This all with a photo taped of me on it. I'm honestly more surprised that there's a punching bag in his house. Now I don't know a lot about a lot of things, but I don't mess around with angry people who wants to beat you over the head with a wooden stick. So do I give up? Run and hide? No sir. I go for the loophole abuse. Beardy threatened me if I ever came over to his house, but he never said I couldn't meet Bat Villain somewhere else. So this story took place over 3 days ago. It's a Friday. Like I said, I just had my stitches removed, and my doctor said that I'm cleared to leave my house, so I want to celebrate with my friends. Except, all of my friends are busy. Then I remembered that I live next door to a pretty cool friend. So I figured, as soon as I get home, I'd like to hang out with Bat Villain, cause we can still have fun without triggering the beard. As soon as I get home, what do I see? It's Beardy, sitting in his front garden. And I want to say meditating, because that's the weeby kind of thing that he would do. But he was shifting around quite a lot. Anyways, I figured out that now was a pretty good time to hang out. So I text Bat Villain to hang out. And I asked her to come over to my place, because she said she wanted to play with my cats one day. Side note, my family repurposed the backyard into a kitten play area. So now, they're in the back instead of the front. Oh, now, as soon as Bat Villain steps out and says hi to me, that's when Beardy snaps up.
Where the heck are you taking my sister?
To my place? To play with cats? Because we're not soulless creatures and we love animals.
No, you're gonna stay home while I deal with this cock.
Dude, you're using it wrong. What do you mean beat me over the head with a stick? Bat Villain told me about that.
It's not a stick. It's an authentic bargain, and I will defeat you with it. I told you the next time you come here, you'd be dead.
Now, dear readers, in all honesty, originally, I was just gonna play with the cats and gorge on junk food with Bat Villain, hopefully without triggering Celebeard. That is, until Bat Villain points out a delicious little loophole to abuse.
Well, if we're at his place, we're not here. You told him never to come over to our place. Never said I couldn't go to his place.
Now, I want to defuse the situation because maybe I can appeal to his inborn love of cats. Everyone on the internet loves cats. Nope. Look, just come over here and meet the cats. It'll be fun.
No, I refuse to be in the presence of the filthy beast. A true man would keep hounds.
Well, he insulted my cats and my masculinity, which, to be fair, is fair game because I'm very effeminate, but still, I'm offended on behalf of my cats. And now, armed with the knowledge of my little loophole, I decide to maybe mess with him a little. Not as badly as the last 2 times, just spend some time with his sis to make him mad. Well, my plan was to be low-key, but Bat Villain sort of escalated it. See, when she got to my house later on, she was apparently greeted with this.
So, you're done playing with that hatchet-faced cuck.
Now, you've got to understand, Bat Villain has been putting up with him for years, with no way to fire back at his bullcrap. But now that she has me around, she doesn't care about his plan, and she wants to have fun. So with that said, here's the conversation that followed.
Oh, we did more than play.
Oh yeah? What did that mean?
He didn't just play with me, he loved me up. Not that you'd ever know what that's like, incel.
She said to imagine spitting those words out. She didn't really imitate or demonstrate how she did it. She just said, just imagine.
You hoe.
This I could hear from my house, because he said it so freaking loud. I'm not sure if it's better or worse without the context.
You're just mad because you ain't getting any.
Mic drop. Well, she said she would if she had one. Bat Villain says they didn't speak for the rest of the night. So let's skip to Saturday. Saturday. The weekend. Sleeping in, staying up. Easy life. Well, except for the fact that Celebeard, he decided he might try to turn my brother. See, at some point Celebeard introduced himself to my brother, and this was when I was out of the house, so that I couldn't keep him safe. No, not really. My brother can protect himself just fine. You could probably get that from my introduction of him. So why does Celebeard think he can turn him? Well, according to my brother,
you should join me on my war against Chad, since we're both 14 and we're suffering under the boot of Chad and Stacy.
As well as insulting me with stuff like,
I hear him insulting you all the time and putting you down.
We don't put each other down, we banter.
Plus, admit it, him being in the way keeps you from girls.
So not true. My little brother has had more girlfriends than me already. Jesus. The kid needs to slow down. And stuff like,
besides, a fag like him deserved to be taken down a few pegs.
Whoa, wait a minute. He just screwed up. My brother is very supportive of me, especially being LGBT, and he hates homophobes. Telling him that I was a fag? That's not a good idea. As my brother describes it, he ruined his beardy life. Remember that the card binder that I mentioned in the first story? Turns out that Celebeard happened to be holding it when he was talking to my brother about this. My brother was apparently outside pumping his bike tires at the same time Beardy happened to be flipping through his cards. My brother, being, well, him, decided the best course of action was to simply pack up the pump, clip it to his bike, grab a bottle of water off of his bike, unscrew the drink, and then after having a nice refreshing sip, he throws the rest onto Beardy's card binder before pedaling away like a maniac. Yeah, he was a jerk, I admit it. According to Bat Villain, Celebeard spent the rest of the day in his room inspecting his cards. That way he could make sure none of them were ruined. Finally, Sunday. So, at this point, I'm feeling really sick of his crap. And I feel like I've just been antagonizing this guy. So, I talked to Bat Villain, and we organized an apology attempt, and maybe try to talk about sorting out all of our problems in a proper discussion. Celebeard agrees to meet with us, so we all meet up in his house. I sat next to Bat Villain on the sofa across from Celebeard, and we tried to talk to him. Key word being try. I don't really blame him, but Celebeard doesn't trust us. I just want to preface this by saying that I got Bat Villain to fess up about the prank when he went to see Black Panther. And one more thing. It's worth noting that Celebeard, he never knew Bat Villain was LGBT. Her parents eventually found out, but Bat Villain said that she would tell Celebeard herself. Look, we've been jerks to you and we bullied you. I'm really hoping we can bury the hatchet. I'll be honest. It all started out as a prank, and we took it too far. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. I was just fed up with your whole protection thing and figured maybe the prank would scare you out of it. We're really sorry.
Please, can we start again?
Huh. I'll accept your apology because we're related, sister. But this fag doesn't deserve it.
And this is where it went south.
Okay, what the frack is your problem? We're trying to be nice. You complain about not having any friends, and when we try, you refuse to take it.
I'm throwing it back because this fag is an abomination in the eyes of God. He's not natural.
Oh, sure. Now you're all about religion.
So, you think all LGBT is unnatural?
Yes.
Frack it. I'm pansexual. I like girls, guys, trans, you name it. And I've been unnatural before with girls in my room, so frack you.
She storms off after that, and I left after that because the situation was too tense. Today is Monday, and Bat Villain is really upset about it. I've been trying to talk to her, and to get her to calm down, because there's nothing wrong with her. The whole unnatural thing really upset her. I'm still speaking to Bat Villain, because she doesn't want to lose me as a friend, and because she really enjoys our solidarity, and because she really enjoys a gay male and a gay female being friends. But I'm going to try to avoid Celebeard, well, as much as I can, since he lives next door. Sorry to end it at such a down note. If you still want, Batvillain still has some story about talking Celebeard, and she doesn't mind sharing. But hopefully this is the last time we have a run-in with Celebeard. But I'll probably update you if there's something else that happens noteworthy. Let me introduce the cast. There's me. You can call me Christine, like the Phantom of the Opera. The neckbeard in question, we will call him Eric, like the Phantom. He was creepy like him. Here's the setting. I'm currently a freshman in college, so this happened over a series of 3 years. I was a sophomore at the time. After a year of hard work, vocal lessons, and staying away from coffee, I made it into one of the most prestigious groups in high school for singing. When I say we were good, we were great. We had just been selected for the beginning of the school year to sing at Disney. I was new to this class, since it had mostly juniors and seniors in this group for years. Being a sophomore, I had no idea that older guys were always hunting for clueless girls. This was the case with Eric. He seemed to be about 300 pounds, thin red hair, wisp of coveted chin hair, a fedora and a backpack. And also a fedora keychain. He had Cheeto breath so rancid that it could level mountains. Oh, God help us all. And he had a permanent crap-eating grin. From the get-go, people told me that he was not liked. He was also a know-it-all and an all-around misogynist. Not understanding, I picked up my music folder and sat next to him before class started.
Hi, I'm Christine. Nice to meet you.
He looked at me, chuckled, and bowed lowly, or as lowly as you can when you're obese.
Hello, Christine. I'm Eric, but you can call me Link.
Yeah, that's right. Link. As in Legend of Zelda. I had to stop myself from grimacing.
I'll just call you Eric, but I love the name Link. You play Legend of Zelda, right? My favorite game is Majora's Mask.
It was my first video game, and I loved it when I was younger. And I guess he did too. As he said,
Only beta females thinks Majora's Mask is the best. Did you know that? According to the theory, Link is dead in that game.
I nodded, ignoring the beta female comment.
Yeah, I saw that game theory video too. I thought it was really cool.
He looked at me sarcastically and he said,
My lady's in a different castle. I don't watch game theory, I do my own math.
He puffed out his chest, and some of what I can only assume was crumbs fell off in a sweeping cascade onto the floor. Before I can respond, class started. After that, anytime he could talk to me, he would. He was a bass, the lowest voice in the range, and I am the first soprano, the highest, which means we were on opposite sides of the room. But did that stop him? Nope. He had the steady determination of Mario, moving on to another castle. He would get yelled at every time he tried to creep over into the soprano section. He would sulk back to his place and gaze at me when he thought I couldn't see. When lunch rolled around, he would find me. No matter where I was, he sat with me. His excuse?
I thought you needed protected by a nice guy.
Our lunch conversation would range from video games to fencing. I learned it when I was younger, so I knew a lot about it, even though I didn't do it anymore. He would say stuff like,
Women shouldn't learn such things. They get too independent for their own good.
After that, I would eat in empty classrooms to avoid him. When the first semester ended, I signed up for a higher level math course. I was hoping to get away from Eric the Creeper, but dear reader, you'll find that there is no escaping him. So the second semester of my sophomore year, I decided to sign up for a pre-calculus course, just so I can get it out of the way. I knew Eric did not like math, so I assumed he wouldn't sign up for it. You know what they say about assuming. Anyway, I walk into class the first day, which was my second class of the day. Just when I thought I left Eric in the chorus room, it seemed like he portaled his way to the front row seats of the class.
Hi, Christine.
Hi, Eric.
I was repulsed, but I tried not to show it. He was obese, with rank breath to match his body odor. I sat to the back trying to get away from him, but he bounced to my neighboring seat and sat down to my left. He kept messing with my bag and tried to touch my hair while discussing the spring honors ball. He seemed to be hinting on how heavenly I'd look on his arm. I swatted away his hands from my curls, feeling like I was losing air in my lungs.
Please stop touching me.
Not until you say you'll go out with me to the spring ball,
he said, twirling one of my curls between his fat index finger and thumb. There was no way I was going to be the Peach to his Mario. Not a chance.
I have several projects to work on, and I'm too busy to go. Please ask someone else, Eric.
I wanted him to go away. I wanted him to leave me alone, but he didn't. He kept finding ways to follow me and insult me.
I heard you were a feminist,
he said, a few days before the ball. After about a month of sharing 2 classes with him, it was getting more and more obvious that I found him more disgusting than pedophiles.
Yeah, I am. What of it?
I asked, not looking up from my notes.
I think feminism is a cancer to society, and all feminists need are a stable man in their life. That way they can tell them what to do,
he said proudly. I rolled my eyes, trying desperately to restrain myself from saying that's why he doesn't have a girlfriend. I picked up my phone and got on Instagram to message my friend when he peeked over my screen.
I requested to follow you a few weeks ago. You should accept my request.
Well, I'll do it later, Eric.
He frowned, making a fist.
No, you'll do it now.
I ignored him and put my phone in my bag, trying my hardest not to just show him me denying his request in front of him. But oh no, his ego seems to be fatter than him, because he tried to reach in my bag and get my phone. I yelled at him and smacked his hand. He had no right to go through my things. He said that I was supposed to go to the dance with him, fall in love with him, and be his college sweetheart, and to be his wife while he made millions being a video game designer. I asked to move seats, blocked him from all my social media, and left each of my classes early to get to the next class without him following me. I thought this would give him the hint to stop messing with me, but no, because just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, he turns out to be a racist. If you enjoyed these stories, please leave a like and subscribe for more. All stories from Reddit and other external sites are linked in the description below. If you have any stories you'd like to share, you can send it to my email at funwithfailure@gmail.com. And for just $1 a month at Patreon, you can get advanced audio broadcast. The link is in the description.